Hey everybody, so it's the night before I'm going to be canning some salsa. So I decided to get my tomatoes washed up and core them and put them in the freezer overnight. That will make them a lot easier to peel come tomorrow. Okay, so I got my little bowl full and I'm literally just gonna put them up in the freezer because I'll be getting them out tomorrow morning. Well, since I was up at 5 o'clock this morning, I went ahead and got my tomatoes out of the freezer and put them in this pan. And I will be getting to work on them just as soon as I get back. I'm going on my Amish school run, so that ought to give these time to unthaw a little bit and make them easier to work with. Okay, y'all, so I'm going to try my hand at making some salsa. So here's all the peppers I have to work with. Isn't that a nice bunch of peppers? Hot and sweet and just regular bell. I think that's going to make some good salsa. Here's my onions from earlier in the year. Got me some tomatillos to go in there. So let's hope that it comes out perfect, you guys. I'm pretty excited. Thanks for joining me, guys. I'm Kelly. I'm the K part of J&KPotter. So let's get to chopping. I think I'll work on the non-hot peppers first. And then I'll add the heat in as we go. And that silly pepper does not want to show itself. always, you guys, this is not a how-to. This is just a how I do it. Because I'm just learning. So I'm not giving a whole lot of instruction at this time, but someday I will. Okay, so that ended up giving me about 6 cups of tomatoes. So I'm going to put 2 cups of onion, diced onion, 3 cups of sweet peppers. I'll put a list of the peppers that I put in here in the description. And I won't be adding the hot ones until later. I'm going to sprinkle about 2 tablespoons of minced garlic. And it looks pretty good. I'm going to give this a good stir, and then we're going to bring it up to a boil. I haven't added any liquid at this time. One cup of apple cider vinegar. Probably a little bit less than 1 cup. Some cilantro that I dried earlier this year. About a tablespoon. Going to turn the heat on high and bring this to a boil. A tablespoon of salt. This is sea salt. We're going to stir constantly until it comes to a boil, and then we're going to turn it down and simmer it for about 10 minutes. And in the meantime, I'm going to get my water bath water ready and get it started warming up. All right, it's looking pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and add the hot peppers. There's about a cup there of hot peppers. We still haven't got to boil yet, so as soon as that boils, then we'll get it turned down and simmer it for 10 minutes. The reason why I waited so long to add the really hot peppers is because I wasn't sure if I wanted to make the whole pot hot, and so I had to think about it a little bit. And so I decided, yeah, I'll go ahead and do it because I can still use the salsa to put in spaghetti or meatloaf, sloppy joes, anything that you would put stewed tomato in, you can put salsa in. So I decided to go ahead and add the peppers to the whole pan. I do like a little bit of spice, but just a little bit of spice. I don't like it real hot like my husband does. So anyway, we'll see how it turns out, you guys. Okay, now it's boiling. We're going to turn it down and simmer for 10 minutes. Now I've heard some conflicting recipes. Some say go ahead and use citric acid even if you're using the vinegar and the salt, and then some say you don't need it. So I'm just going to be putting a little bit into each jar. Since this is my first time and I don't want to mess up, hopefully this will be okay. So I'm going to go ahead and just put a little bit into each jar. Too full. I'm going to go ahead and just put this one in the refrigerator and we'll use it since it didn't get all the way full. We'll let these process for 15 minutes. You guys tell me why it won't sing. Probably because it didn't have enough on the inside. See, it just wants to bobble. First time canner. Have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm doing it. All right, 15 minutes and we'll be done. So as an afterthought, I thought maybe I would put the rest of the juice in there. But I'm still going to be putting it in the refrigerator. And it's got 11 and a half minutes left, so. All right, well, we'll wait and see if they do their little popping thing. I sure hope they do. One reason why I got on YouTube and Facebook and different avenues, did you hear that? One pop. Come on, babies. Pop, pop, pop. Okay, anyway, what I was saying, one reason why I joined YouTube was to get some help, was to get some comments and suggestions of things that I can do better, things that I can do different, because I really don't know what I'm doing, but I'm wanting to do it, and I'm wanting to do it right. So I'm just jumping in, feet first, and going for it. So you guys, go out and enjoy life, because that's what I'm doing.